Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip. If you can answer yes to these 5 unexpected questions, you're a much better leader than most people. Think of the best boss you ever had. I don't know the boss. I don't know you. But I'll bet that there are a few things I could guess about whoever he or she might have been. In fact, I'll also bet that this boss could have truthfully answered yes to a short series of questions that just go to show how effective they were. Now that you're the boss, it's worth asking them of yourself. If you say yes to each of these, someday one of your current workers will cite you as their best boss ever. Ready? Here are the questions. Can you articulate your organization's goal in one single sentence? Let's assume you lead an organization. It could be 3 people, it could be 3,000. What are they doing? I don't mean individually. Jane is in charge of marketing, Terry is in charge of production. I mean overall. What's their raison d'etre? Why does the organization exist? If there is one person in the entire outfit who absolutely needs to be able to explain this quickly, cleanly, and compellingly, it's you. Bonus points if everyone else in the organization can do it too. Do you go out of your way to express gratitude? There are 2 key reasons why you should go out of your way to express gratitude. The first is about your team. They want to be fairly compensated. Heck, maybe even more than fairly compensated. But you know what else they want? All of them? They want to be appreciated. You're the boss. You're the leader. It's your job to make them feel appreciated. But there's another reason. The self-centered reason, in the most generous sense of the word. The more you express gratitude, studies show, the better your mood, your health, and your ability to achieve success. Try it. It works. Thanks for listening, by the way. Do you respect other people's time? This meeting could have been an email. This email could have been a quick SMS or Slack message. A fortunate, healthy human being gets about 29,000 days on this planet if they live to be 90. That works out to 700,000 hours. They spend probably half or more of those years working. It's not a lot of time, really, and it's the scarcest resource that any of us have. So even if you never think to articulate it, people appreciate and work harder for leaders who respect their time. Here, I'll respect yours by not belaboring the point and moving on to the next question. Do you work to be aware of the power of your words? Great leaders are great communicators, and great communicators understand that almost every time you communicate with anyone else, you send multiple messages on multiple levels. You might say, our top priority is customer satisfaction. Some people on your team might hear just that, but others might hear things like, customers first. Where does that leave employees? Okay, I guess that means we shouldn't take risks on new products that customers don't like. Wait. Last month, our top priority was cutting costs. Now it's customer satisfaction? 2 ways to improve this. Think through what you want to say and be consistent. And think carefully about the words you use and the unintended additional messages you might be sending by choosing them. I have an entire free ebook that focuses a lot on this second point. 9 smart habits of people with very high emotional intelligence. Do you know how and when to admit mistakes? Humility? Yes, definitely. But knowing when to admit mistakes doesn't just mean admitting them quickly. Instead, it's about finding the right balance between humility on the one hand and grit and perseverance on the other hand. A lot of things that turn out to be successful have an arc. They start out high, then taper off, and then they either rebound or they continue to fall. So knowing when to call it quits is really about predicting rebounds and cliffs. Knowing when to keep going and when to cut your losses is an art, but it should be informed by data. It's tricky to get right, but if and when you do, the people who follow you will appreciate it. That's it from Inc., but you can find more articles, helpful tips, and news that will impact your business at Inc.com. Check back tomorrow for another tip from Inc.